We'll be starting our ceremony here in about the next 5 minutes, so please make your way to your seats. There are still some seating spots available on the east side. Over by the curtain here, we've got a number of chairs available. We're starting here in a couple minutes. Please, visitors and guests, please make your way to your seats. We'll start very soon. All please stand for the processional and remain standing for the opening reflection and the national anthem.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Lori Cook Benjamin, Chief Academic Officer. I want to welcome all of our graduates, their families and friends, as well as the faculty and staff who have helped you, our graduates, reach this important day. At this time, I ask Stephanie Bailey, class of 2023, to come forward for the opening reflection. We ask that you remain standing, and gentlemen, we ask that you remove your caps for the opening reflection and national anthem.
Today we gather to hold this moment in time together as we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. We gather as a diverse body of people from many faiths and traditions. We follow teachings and values that align with our own religious and non-religious paths. In our gathering, we seek unity. In seeking this unity, we invite the intersections of choice and intent, time and attention, anxiety and joy, as we recognize that we are a community of purpose, a community made whole and vibrant through our unique contributions. Now, I invite each of us to silently add a moment of prayer and reflection. And now let us bring our reflection or prayer into close in our own way.
Please join in singing our national anthem, accompanied by the Doane Concert Band.
Thank you, and please be seated. I would like to now introduce the lucky 13th president of Doane University, Dr. Roger Hughes.
Good afternoon, everyone, and please join me in extending a big thank you to the Doane University Concert Band, as directed by Dr. Andrew Fays, as well as Stephanie Bailey for providing our opening reflection. Thank you. Will all the veterans, as well as any active members of all branches of the United States military, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service, for your sacrifices, for protecting us, and for defending our rights. Welcome, everyone, to the 2023 winter commencement of Doane University. We gather here on our Crete campus to celebrate this monumental achievement, one that will change the trajectory of your and your family's lives. Through your hard work, perseverance, and intellectual accomplishments, you have earned your doctorate, specialist, master's, bachelor's of arts, and bachelor's of science degrees. We hope that your Doane experience has exceeded your expectations. Your very presence here as a graduate speaks to your self-sacrifice, your work ethic, your intellectual acuity, and the fact that you learned that success cannot be achieved without failure, and that greatness cannot be achieved if you're satisfied. You learned this because at Doane we build leaders, and no leader is successful by themselves. Every successful leader has a team behind them who supported, nurtured, kicked them in the seat of their pants when they needed motivation, or picked them up after a failure, gave hugs and the encouragement needed to carry on. Those who provided that support to one of today's graduates, thank you so much for your investment and a special welcome to Doane. We are honored to have all of you here as part of our celebration. And it's now my pleasure to introduce and welcome today's commencement speaker, Kate Bolz. Kate is a proud sixth-generation Nebraskan and grew up on a farm in Otoe County. She earned her bachelor's degree from Nebraska Wesleyan University and a master's in social work from the University of Michigan. Kate served as the executive director of the Nebraska Association for Service Providers who provide support to individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Kate was also adjunct professor at Union College in Lincoln. Kate represented the 29th District as a state senator from 2013 to 2021, leading efforts to invest in higher education and the economic development as vice chair of the Appropriations Committee and chair of the Economic Development Task Force. She served as an aide to the mayor of Lincoln for the economic development of the city of Lincoln, where she focused on workforce training and small business development programs. Kate served as the state director for the Nebraska U.S. Department of Agriculture and is currently senior director for Policy and Advocacy at CEDARS Youth Services. Please help me to welcome Kate Bolz to Doane University.
Good afternoon. Today is a big day for you. It's the culmination of a lot of hard work, of sacrifices and frustrations, past tests, maybe a couple failed tests, certainly early mornings and late nights. It's a day to celebrate and remember, to think about the good times, and to thank the people who helped you get here. So in that spirit, I want you to think for a minute about someone who helped you get where you are. Maybe your mom or your dad, maybe a spouse or a professor. And I want you to ask yourself, can they dance? No, really, can they dance? For real. Do they do the planted feet shoulder shrug like my dad? This is my dad's dance. Do they do the double finger point like my mom? This is my mom. Are they like me, and they think they can dance, but they're really not very good? I know I'm supposed to be a serious person up here giving you serious advice from my serious background and serious credentials. But the truth is that life is messy and it's complicated and there aren't any straight lines or clear answers. So my advice for you today is simple. When you leave Doane University, stay focused on being someone that matters, doing something that matters. Just like those people you were just picturing, just like those people who made a difference in your life. Because when you walk out these doors, certainly, definitely, I want you to have a successful career. But more importantly, I want you to have successful lives. So today we're going to talk about what mattering is, how it relates to your education, and how you can turn it into a vocation. A vocation meaning that you live your whole life in response to your calling. But first, here's my serious person with serious credentials background. I do have a master's degree in social work from the University of Michigan. I spent 8 years serving you as a Nebraska state senator, and recently I was appointed by the President of the United States to lead the United States Department of Agriculture Rural Development Division for the state of Nebraska. But the truth is that one of the most important and best professional things that I have ever done in my whole life, I'm not sure anyone remembers. It's definitely not in my resume or in my bio. One of my best professional accomplishments was actually a dance, but we'll get to that. First, let's talk about what mattering is. Dr. Gordon Flett is a professor at York University and the author of The Psychology of Mattering. He argues that mattering is a core universal human need and explains that mattering is more than just feeling like you belong in a group, but also being missed by the people in that group if you weren't there. To matter, people must feel valued, heard, appreciated, and cared for, and they must feel like they add value in ways that make them feel capable, important, and trusted. It's a two-part definition: feeling valued and adding value. It's interactive. It's not a number, it's an equation. One of my personal heroes is Father Gregory Boyle. Father Boyle founded Homeboy Industries, and he is an expert in mattering. Homeboy Industries is the largest gang prevention and rehabilitation program in the world. For over 30 years, they have provided hope to people by providing training and support to formerly gang-involved and previously incarcerated people, allowing them to redirect their lives and become contributing members of their communities. Father Boyle puts it this way: you stand with the least likely to succeed until success is succeeded by something more valuable: kinship. You stand with the belligerent, the surly, and the badly behaved until bad behavior is recognized for the language that it is, the vocabulary of the deeply wounded and those whose burdens are more than they can bear. Mattering is kinship. It's having a place to belong, people to belong to, and having those people also belong to you. In the language of Father Boyle, it's having homeboys. And that leads me to the second part: how mattering relates to you and your education. My guess is that you already know in very personal terms the difference between feeling like you matter and feeling like you don't. Because no matter where you come from, whether it's the streets of LA, like the gang members who come to Homeboy Industries, or the back roads of Otoe County like me, we almost all know what it feels like not to matter, not to feel like you make a difference, and we all yearn for that kinship and mattering. It's possible, even, that that feeling helped you find Doane in the first place. It's likely you were drawn here by the excellence of education and the small town atmosphere, by the caring and professional individuals who helped provide for your education. But my guess is that for many of you, your journey was not that simple. At least a part of your education was likely online through the COVID years. Maybe you chose to stay in Nebraska to help support family, your parents or children. Maybe you started a career that didn't work out, and this represents a new start for you. Regardless of your path, you discovered that Doane was a place where you mattered, but it was also a place where you could be more and matter more than you did before. So Doane has given you the building blocks of mattering to yourself, your family, and your community. You have mattered at Doane to the teachers and administrators and your fellow students, and now this university is sending you out into the world with a toolbox full of mattering tools. Certainly those tools are your skills in accounting or the skill set you learned getting your MBA. Maybe it's the best practices you learned in your education degree, or maybe it's the coursework that helped you advance in your current work life. But the other tools in your toolbox are also the values of this university: inclusion, integrity, innovation, and transformation. And here's the secret: the challenges and bad days where you felt like nothing mattered, continued to give you the motivation and strength to persevere. They made you better, and they gave you the perspective you need to live those values of transformation for yourself and inclusion for others. And that leads me to the third part, because now with your diploma in your hand, it's your turn. One of my very favorite professors at my university was Dr. Bill Draper-Finlaw. He was a professor of theology. And his advice was this: vocation is where your joy meets the world's need. It's another equation. It's both and. It sounds simple, but it's not. Your education here at Doane helped you to find your career, helped you to figure out your way of meeting the world's need. But the way to matter is to bring together the world's needs with your joy. Just like Dr. Fleet says, a vocation is where you feel like you are living your calling, and you must be more than just needed. You must add the spark that will be missed if you are gone. And that can only come from your joy. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Let's get back to the dance sequence I promised. Not for me, but in the story, for sure. I served as a Nebraska state senator for 8 years representing South Lincoln. And the first bill I ever passed established a program called Destination Dads in the Nebraska Department of Correctional Services. The program teaches incarcerated parents how to reconcile their histories with their families and learn parenting and life skills. The program culminates in a party with the kids. This bill didn't make headlines. I'm not sure anybody remembers it. It wasn't about tax reform. It didn't revolutionize our education system. No one gave me any awards for this bill, and no lobbyist shook my hand. But that's not the point. The point is that after the bill was passed, I got to see a video of the Destination Dads party. There were girls in fancy dresses and dads with flowers in their hands. And one little moment caught my eye. There was a girl about 10 or 12 years old sitting in a chair at the party, and her dad was dancing in front of her like a goofball. I'll demonstrate for your entertainment. Kind of a fists up, hip waggle. You all have seen dads do the cool dad dance. And her face said in absolutely no uncertain terms, "Oh my God, Dad, you are such a dork." But then she smiled, and you could almost see on her face that she was thinking, "You're such a dork, but I guess I love you anyway." It was priceless. And that little interaction proved that they mattered to each other, proved that she mattered enough for him to take the risk of being a goofball, and that he mattered enough to her that she would smile and love him in response and in return. And all of this was in spite of the circumstances, in spite of the fact that the party was in a prison. And that moment made me feel like I mattered, like I had contributed to something special, like I was a part in some small way and one of Pastor Boyle's homeboys, right? Even though I'm a farm kid from Palmyra. And that brought me joy. And it made the work of campaigning and late nights and early mornings feel worth it. Here's the thing, graduates. The world will try to take away your joy. It will try to tell you to make more money or chase your ego. It will try to tell you you're not good enough or that everyone else is better. It will try to tell you to chase the number of likes on your phone or that new car in your driveway. But your challenge today as you walk out these doors, your diploma in hand, is to ignore anything that the world tells you that makes you feel like you don't matter and doesn't help you feel valued or add value. Because at the end of the day, you can build a career or you can live your entire life in response to your calling. And from the other side of the graduation stage, I can tell you the second way is the way that matters. So graduates, go forth. Please be brave enough to be joyful and be centered enough to be useful, and don't be afraid to dance even if you look stupid. Thank you.
Well, Kate, thank you for joining us today and helping us learn to dance. We appreciate it. Graduates, the time has come. Will all the candidates who are to receive doctoral degrees please rise and remain standing. Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their Doctor of Education degree today.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, by the vote of the Board of Trustees, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the degree of Doctorate of Education, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
I would now like to introduce Dr. Timothy Fry, Dean of the College of Education.
We'll now begin the Doctorate of Education. I will read the names as Dr. Kate Somerville, Director of the Doctorate of Education program, does the hooding. Jason Davis. The title of his dissertation, How Women in Community College Leadership Experience Gender Bias. Jason's dedications reads, I want to dedicate this study to my mother, who always taught me to chase my dreams and to never quit and live life to the fullest each day. Nicholas Hans Dressel. Title of his dissertation, Exploring Motivation to Improve Teacher Recruitment, a phenomenological study of first and second year teachers in one Midwestern state. Nicholas' dedication reads, I dedicate this dissertation to my family and the amazing teachers, administrators, and students who inspired and supported my growth as an educator over the past 22 years. I am blessed and my heart is filled with gratitude. Garrett Dean Hall. Dissertation entitled Exploring Connections, the Impact of Teacher Education Level on Student Achievement. Garrett's dedication reads, I would like to dedicate this to all my friends and family that helped me along the way. Courtney Dawn Porter. Her dissertation title, Exploring the Relationship Between Spirituality and Authentic Leadership, a Quantitative Study. Dr. Porter shares this quote from Kerry Washington's George Washington commencement speech in 2013. Quote, look back on the journey that brought you here. What moments challenged you the most? When you were asked to step outside of your familiar territory in order to rise to the occasion of your potential. I want you to remember those moments because they will embolden you. Congratulations to all our doctoral graduates.
Will all the graduates who are to receive graduate degrees please rise and remain standing. Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their respective graduate degree today.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, by vote of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the degree of Education Specialist, Masters of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Master of Education in School Counseling, Master of Arts in Counseling, Master of Arts in Leadership, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will all the candidates except for the education specialist please sit down? I now ask Dr. Trudy Clark, College of Education Adjunct Professor, to please come to the stage.
We will now begin the Education Specialist degree. I will read the names as Dr. John Neal, College of Education Adjunct Professor, does the hooding. Durkanai Nawabi Basya. Chad Aaron Boys. Miranda Lynn Bright. Meredith Eileen Buckman. Cedric W. Cooper. Alyssa Deal. Bradley Scott Dirksen. Scott D. English. Anne Elizabeth Foster. Matthew Joseph Gertz. Tara Rose Gossman. Elijah Frederick Knight. Brittany Ann Coor. Alicia Martinez Wilkinson. Jessica J. Prusha. Zachary Douglas Simon. Brooke Davis Stutt. Jamie L. Tavenet. Congratulations, Education Specialist graduates. Next on our program is Rachel Catlett, Director of the Master of Education in School Counseling Program.
We will now begin the Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction degree. I will read the names as Deb Studo, Director of the Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction program, does the hooding. Reed Bailey. Oh. Kelly Brow. Tyne Bruliette. Jensen Danae Burchette. Cecilia Marie Berta. Brian D. Carver. Jessica Judith Cresteel. Courtney Colloyd. Jason J. Coder. Michael David Coffey. David Wayne Crabtree. Kayla Jean Daniel. Jacinda K. Davis. Faith Elizabeth Dink. Jessica Foote. Michelle Elizabeth Gall. Mackenzie Rachel Hahn. Taylor Catherine Hank. Christy Ann Hartman. Brianna Heidemann. Abigail Lynn Heller. Claire Elizabeth Halling. Gannon Kaylor Ingalls. Morgan A. Lenigan. Jessica Lopez Franco. Marissa K. Mon. Sheila Mays. Taylor Lee McMurray. Kelsey Elizabeth McCone. Gabrielle Lynn Mangini. Marissa Ann Morrison. Kendra Lee Nelson. Madison Joe Warlman Ott. Taylor Perry. Lindsay Pinkerton. McLean Rendazzo. Christina Darlene Marie Ritchie. Sarah Elise Sampson. Tisha Marie Simpson. Madeline Shomas. Bailey Slope. Marissa Lee Springman. Brooklyn Nicole Stera. Jillian Nicole Stark. Alexa Thielen. Rebecca Wilson. Congratulations, Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction graduates. Do you want yours up here?
We will now begin the Master of Education in School Counseling degree. I will read the names and Rachel Catlett does the hoodie. Elizabeth A. Bauer. Taylor Marie Estrada. Emma Virginia George. Shema Hassan Shakir. Heather Ann Stair. Jaden Jean Studnicek. Kelsey Joe Vaynochek. Congratulations to our Masters of Education in School Counseling graduates. I would now like to introduce Dr. Arden Sheppy, Assistant Professor, Master of Arts in Counseling Program. They want that? Okay. Or yours? Okay.
We will now begin the Master of Arts in Counseling degree. I will read the names, and Dr. Courtney East, Director of the Master of Arts in Counseling program, will do the hooding. Siobhan P. Allen. Oops. Martha G. Balderas. Paola A. Carrillo Lazalde. Stephen John Fankhauser. Shelby Ingersoll. Danette R. Novotny. Ashley Romero. Veronica Santillon. Kayla Marie Wilson. Congratulations, Masters of Arts in Counseling graduates. I would now like to introduce Dr. Jennifer Bossard, Dean of the College of Business.
We will now begin the Master of Arts in Leadership degree. I will read the names as Dr. Terry Deems, Chair of the Instructional Design and Technology Department, does the hooding. Stephanie Bailey. William Barrett. Deborah Beeler. Camila De Silva Leach. Kelly Holstein Chapman. Nina Tyler. Congratulations, Master of Arts in Leadership graduates. We will now begin the Master of Business Administration degree. I will read the names as Dr. A.J. Chardia, Chair of the Business Department, does the hooding. Kelsey Bernhardt. Tara Culver. Iman Al-Sheikh. Michael James. Jessica Jasnak. Kendra Kinney. Nicholas Markham. Augustine Melanzi. John Muggenberg. Renez Nazarat. Stacy Ritchie. Reynaldo Villafuertes Ruiz. Congratulations, Master of Business Administration graduates. Dr. Cook Benjamin.
Will all the candidates who are to receive their baccalaureate degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their baccalaureate degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, by vote of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelors of Science, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As a sign of the awarding of this degree, please transfer your tassel to the left side.
I'd now like to introduce Dr. Pedro Maligo, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Graduates, please be seated until your roll is called. Justin Wayne Anderson, magna cum laude. Hannah Kaylee Besler. Samuel Eli Bonchoff, cum laude. Donat Becky. Paul Lynn Blumstead, in absentia. Nicholas Scott Borges. Ethan Coleman. Abigail Marie Eggenberger, cum laude. Tursaikan Inkbold. Alexis Victoria Fulmer. Shannon Lucille Gappa. William Grigsby. Luke Thomas Henriksen. Savannah Maria Luz Householder. Kristen Jadon Jackson, in absentia. Kylie N. Krivolovac. Bran Michael Lambert. Alexander Lubrano, summa cum laude. In absentia? In absentia. Jamie McGuire, cum laude. Dylan Walker McMill. Amy Mays, summa cum laude. Jason James O'Flaherty. Braden Jeffrey Olson. Daniel Ortiz Adame. Andrew Paquette. Luke Theodore Partridge. Garrig Antonino Perez, summa cum laude. Samuel Ramirez de la Torre. Peyton Catherine Schleen. Sarah Christine Stanek. Nyamak Biel Tap. Jacob Neil Williams. Congratulations, graduates. President Hughes.
Again, my congratulations to the graduates and to the families and friends that supported them while they were pursuing their degrees at Doane. Well done. I know everyone's anxious for the celebration to start, but it's also the president's job to give just a little advice before you walk out that door. You'll be getting a lot of advice today. I have just a little bit more. With your Doane degree, you are now part of a 151-year history and are joining a group of distinguished Doane alumni all over the world. As I said during my welcome, at Doane we build leaders, which means as a graduate, you are built to lead. And as you engage fellow Doane alumni, you now know that they are also built to lead. So here are 5 little things that I would love you to remember as you leave your house each day or apartment or head into your office or workplace. Just think of these 5 things often. First, faith. Faith in your God, faith in yourself, faith in your calling, faith in your team. Keep the faith because you are built to lead. Number 2, don't believe the hype. You're not as good when you win or as bad as when you lose, as people say or the world tells you. You will be constantly bombarded with all this white noise. Everybody telling you what you should do, what you ought to do, what you made a mistake doing. Block it out. Focus on what really matters. Keep the most important thing the most important thing. Keep your humility because you were born to lead. Number 3, make things better. Wherever you go, whatever you do, leave it better than you found it. Every person you come in contact with, make them better. Too many people want to gripe about what's wrong but won't do anything about it. When you see something wrong, roll up your sleeves and do something about it. Do not be passive because you are built to lead. Number 4, hard work and perseverance trump talent every time. Hard work and perseverance trump talent every time. That's pretty self-explanatory. You have a great work ethic and perseverance because you are born to lead. And finally, number 5, the strong take from the weak, but the smart take from the strong. The strong take from the weak, but the smart take from the strong. You are Doane graduates. You are built to lead. You are smart and you're strong. We take from everybody. Now, I know that sounds harsh, and I don't mean it to. Here's what I'm trying to say. You are entering into a very competitive world. It's a world many of you will be changing. You are ready for the job. You are built to lead. You are ready to build and lead your teams, knowing that from this day forward, it's not about you. It's about helping others. It's about helping those you lead and leaving the world a better place than you found it. Again, congratulations to all the graduates. I wish all of you happy holidays and a special thanks for all of you of our Doane family who attended this graduation with us today. Merrill will ring. Go Tigers.
Will Alexander Brandenburg please come forward? Will our graduates and the audience please stand? Alexander will lead us in singing the Doane hymn found in your program. And then we ask that you please remain standing while Nina Tyler comes forward to give the closing reflection.
praise we lift to thee, O God, whom we revere. For Dawn, thy holy gift to us, our alma mater dear. Her walls are fitting monuments to those who reared them there, and strong lives nurtured in her halls bespeak their answered prayer. We build on Christ this motto blessed, engraved on marrow stone, is written to in every heart that loyal beats for Dawn. Keep our sole vision then, O Christ, for I undeemed and free, that we may honor God and Dawn by building still on thee.
As we prepare to go our separate ways, may we honor the spirit of drive and compassion we see in our graduates today. That spirit that has compelled graduates in the 150 years of this institution's history to devote life, education, and talents to a myriad of careers and service to the greater community. To my fellow graduates, may we find that spirit renewed in each of us as we take our journeys beyond the campus pathways, hallways, and virtual spaces of Doane University. May this period of transition be a time of transformation, allowing each of us to become all we are to be.
Family and friends, please remain at your seats until all graduates return to the arena after the recessional. Marshals, please prepare for the recessional.
Madam Marshal.
Mr. President.
Family and friends, thank you so much for attending the 2023 Doane University Winter Commencement Ceremony. Please join us in congratulating our graduates. You are now dismissed.